开始。
I'm Sabrina.
I'm Shixin. I also come to show.
We are Team 7, and our topic is living together before marriage. That is the power of true review. The first we have the introduction. Second, why we believe that living together before marriage is important. Third is how that it actually benefit us. Last is the conclusion. So before we start today's presentation, we would like to ask you some questions. First, does anyone in this class has boyfriend or girlfriend? If you have boyfriend or girlfriend, do you want to get a true relationship? And also, do you want to spend the rest of your life with the one you love the most? So those questions are simple questions. Maybe you have answers for that, but doesn't matter. We just want to say marriage is an important thing. You need to consider and make marriage happen. However, many people get married without getting to know each other thoroughly because those people just see part of their boyfriend or girlfriend, which is not all of them. They just enjoy the feeling of love. They see the feeling of love like longer marriage. But after feeling of love, they found the husband or wife are not suitable for them. Therefore, some people get married then divorce soon. That is what we want to do. So there must be some ways to help people spend this less long than the feeling of love between the husband or wife when you get married. You need to think back before marriage. If you take this relationship seriously, don't get married too soon. Try it out first. So let's give you the main points.
So here is the main points that why we think it is important for couples to live together before marriage. Firstly is save money. Secondly is it can improve the understanding of your partner. And finally, couples can take this relationship more serious. So the first argument is save money. A lot of people think it's going to be cheaper to spread the bills anyway. So if they're gonna live together, they can. They can save the money anyway. And secondly, it's gonna improve the understanding of your partner. So before moving in together, you may only say what he or she wants you to say. So when you got live together, you got to know what the real team are, and you will get the first-hand look at your partner's spending habits, like to learn about each other's money habits and value often happen when you live together. And it's actually a quick way to realize the importance of teamwork and the consequences of trying to do those things until literally. So you can learn to cooperate and solve the problem when you're living together, and you actually can see what the marriage will really be like. And then a lot of people will think because of the inertia of living together, the cohabitation makes it harder to break up. According to the first things first organization, and those kind of things gonna lead a frustrated relationship. But however, we think to live together before marriage and those kind of knowing each other can make couples to take this relationship more serious, and you can know the couple, know the person you are in relationship with, and you're gonna realize whether or not this is the long-term relationship you want to be continued. And eventually you can, if you don't like this relationship, you can leave without rigmarole or stress of divorce. So here is the three arguments that we think why it is important for couples to live together before marriage. And the next part is how it actually works and how the cohabitation actually benefits us. We're going to talk about two parts. Firstly is lower divorce, separately in statistically and theoretically. The second one is the benefits of a house. Here is the lower divorce rate based on the statistic. In the first graph, you can see the rate of the premarital cohabitation fallen to about 70%, which means nowadays most of the couples gonna live together before marriage. And actually, in the early period, people who lived together before marriage were 22% more likely to divorce than people who moved in together only after marriage, which is in the second bar chart. But actually, as the cohabitation become more widespread, it's gonna help the marriage, and the marriage is less likely to divorce. Then the team member gonna talk about the theoretical.
Okay, so also from the citation from the previous philosopher, sociologist, and professor, we could see those who were willing to transgress strong social norms to cohabit were also more likely to transgress similar social norms about divorce. So what I want to highlight here is the similar strong social norms here. As a couple might cohabit or live together before marriage, they will have a kind of a similar social forms with each other. They will accept others' negative habits or present this kind of a similar social norms in public, which means that their arguments within each other might be less than not cohabiting with each other, so that the divorce rate might gonna decrease in the future. And besides the lower divorce rate, cohabitation can also longer the mortality. So here is a comparison between both men and women according to different status, whether they are married, divorced, widowed, or even not married. So we can see it's pretty obvious that people who are married, divorced, or widowed, which means that they have married before and also cohabitation after marriage, will have a higher possibility of survival right after, like 50 years old or older. So it is statistically meaning that people who cohabit with each other can live longer. But what are the factors that cause such facts that people can live longer when they are cohabit with each other? To me, I found several facts from the sociology saying that in order to prolong couples' life, both the wife and husband will provide both emotional and social support. So let's say, what if the husband finds obstacles while they are working in the real world? The wife might gonna talk with him afterward, maybe when he returned back to home pretty tired, and help him out of the emotional dilemma. And also they can monitor each other's behavior and save each other in emergency. Let's say, what if a wife got sick someday and the husband not gonna take care of her? And even to some extreme example, what if a husband got a heart attack? A single man will gonna be less likely to be found a heart attack at home. But what if he got a wife? And she not gonna come back home and call the hospital at once when she saw her husband got a heart attack and laying down at home. The another part is ignite a sense of kinship and responsibility. So both the wife and husband will be working harder than when they are single in the real world, because they have a kind of responsibility. They want to improve their whole family's life. They even want to provide a better family for their parents or for their children in the future. So in conclusion, we believe that cohabitation before marriage could actually not only help decrease the divorce rate because they could learn about each other better, but also have a physical benefit of living longer. So cohabitation have benefit both physical and mentally, and we hope that because it might gonna be a little bit early for us to consider about cohabitation before marriage as a university students, but we do feel a lot of pressure both from studying in the universities or maybe have an internship in the real world as a university student. So maybe have a girlfriend or boyfriend or cohabit together in the university or college can help us out of the pressure and dilemma. And that's all. Thank you for listening to our presentation, and hopefully you could have a good college life in the future.